Hi beauties! Today I will be doing my hair tutorial that a lot of you have been requesting. So I have super curly hair. I wanted to showcase the products that I am using, my hair products, some of the things that works for my hair. I've tried anything from creams to mousses to leave-in conditioners to anything you can imagine throughout the years. And the only thing that really has worked for my hair, that defines the hair really nice, is the bed head that I am going to showcase right now. So as far as my shampoo and conditioner, I am using Pureology right now. This is the shampoo and conditioner, and they're 100% vegan, sulfate free, and works really well for curly hair. So those are the two products that I have been on for a while now and that I really like. And then the bed head is the key for my hair that really gets those curls to be able to really nicely showcase itself. So this is bed head serum number 3, and that has worked phenomenal for my hair. I use a pretty good amount and section of my hair, and I'm going to showcase what I do. When I get out of the shower, this is what my hair looks like. I've shampooed and conditioned, and you just towel dry it as best as you can. You don't want it to be dry, but you don't want it to be dripping wet either. So I think I need to just towel dry a little bit more. And what I normally do, I also just kind of flip my hair down a little bit. I get the roots as well in order for the hair not to be too wet, so you can take on the product. So that usually takes care of the root. And then I just towel dry the rest of it, just like this. Just like so. This is what my hair looks like when I haven't put any product in it. And if I were to just kind of let this dry, it would be still nice. Some of it would still come out really nicely, but probably the front pieces would come out frizzy and not so defined. So bed head serum number 3 has really helped me to have those defined curls that are poofy and nice. After it is dry, I push a tiny bit kind of into the roots, and it makes that nice fluffy curly hair. So as of right now, I'm going to just section off my hair and showcase how I do it. I just go through it. If you need more, you can use more. My hair pretty much needs quite a bit in order to get those nice defined curls. Make sure that you add to the end of it as well and curl it up and leave it. Then you take the next section. As you can see, these are the size of my sections. Not too big, not too small. Going from the root to the end pieces and making sure that all the hair pieces have enough gel or enough serum to go around. The corners, I make sure that these are nicely smeared into this wonderful serum. The bottom sections perhaps don't need as much as the top sections. The top sections, obviously, they're going to be laying on top of the hair, and you want those to be really nicely defined and have enough product so they don't frizz up. And for curly hair, the shorter layers that you have on top, the poofier it can be and have that volume. A lot of people ask me, how do you get that volume? How is it that it's so poofy on top? It's really because of my haircut and also the texture and the curliness of my hair. Each individual have different kinds of curls, different types of volume. So even though you might get the same haircut, it might not poof up as much as my hair does. And that's just depending on your hair quality and hair texture, so to say. Right now my hair is actually very long. The layers are very long, and it doesn't poof up as much, and I do have to put an extra effort into it for it to get to that level. I really need a haircut, but haven't really found anyone who is efficient with my hair and really knows and feels comfortable with my hair. So I've been going through a lot of hairstylists. I feel bad for them because they have a really hard time with color, and cut for my hair, sometimes they get really nervous and sometimes they're really excellent, but I'm also very picky. So I've kind of started cutting my own hair. I don't know if that's such a good idea, but I watch a couple of tutorials on YouTube as well, just to kind of showcase if we who have curly hair can cut our own hair. And we can, but I kind of like to go and get pampered and get my hair cut a little bit, but it's always very nerve-wracking for me. The extra that I have on my hands, I make sure to put at the very end. The ends have a tendency to get a bit more frizzy, and you want to make sure that they don't. This is a nice hairstyle. Maybe we should keep it just like this. What do you think? No? Okay, let's continue with the rest of it. If you have long curly hair, this is another section, then your hair will take a little bit to curl and to take care of, but it's so worth it. Once it dries, you have those really nice sections of defined curls that are beautiful to look at. But as you can see if I just left this part like this, it would not be as nice as these parts. So that's why I make sure that I have enough product that these top parts really get enough juice in them, so to say. And I just use my fingers, my claws, to go through them and apply that product in. And you use as much product as you think your hair needs. This is just how much product my hair needs. Your hair might need much less than I need. So please make sure that you kind of listen to your hair and make sure that you're doing what it's asking. If it's really thirsty and it really needs that serum to sit in, then apply more. But if you just use a tiny little bit and it's soaking all that up and it's getting moist just like these parts and almost that wet look, then that's good enough. The top parts are very particular for me. I make sure that I get the roots and I go back and forth, and I make sure there are no parts that look frizzy at all. So I put a little bit more effort in the front pieces, front and middle pieces of the top of my head. So as you can see, I go through it and I just kind of crunch it up. These sections, I make sure they have good enough product inside, just like so. And this product, you can find them at Target, Sally's Beauty, Walgreens, I think even has it. So that's very good, but it is expensive. It's about $17.99 at certain places. So these sections, as I said, I work pretty hard on to get nice and moist. So this is starting to get dry already. So I got some more extra, and I go and add some more on the front line, and I make sure that at this point that I'm actually styling it the way that I want. If I want it to be styled away from my face, then I just kind of push it backwards. After having 2 kids, I've noticed that I don't have as much hair here and here, so I have a tendency that when I style my hair, I bring these curls forward so I can kind of just hide those little sections, little areas that I'm not used to seeing. Just like so. Now I have one little section left, and I make that into 2 pieces as well. These sections are a little longer than I would like to have right now, but I have to find a hairstylist to cut my hair. My hair, the front portion, has a tendency to go left already, so I just go with it. I don't try to change it too much. I kind of go like this and make sure that I have enough product in the middle, because naturally my hair at some point of the day will part, and I don't want to have any frizzes showcasing itself. The last bit, I just go through the rest of the hair. Whatever is extra on my hand, I put at the very end. On a quick day that I just need to go, I just put a kind of a good amount just on top, go like that, and I'm done. I just let it air dry. But of course, underneath it, it will be a little bit frizzier than the way that I did it right now. So this will not be frizzy at all. This will be really nice and sectioned and defined. So this is what I'm talking about, that you have to kind of style it for it to stay the way that you want it. These pieces, I want to hide this little area, so I have a tendency that I just put a little bit product right there and I squeeze it and it stays like that. And at this point, you can either let it air dry, which I normally do because it's summer right now. It gets really hot and it's better for my hair. So I just let it air dry. But if I really need it to be bouncy and big and fluffy, then I use my blow dryer with a diffuser. This is a very old dryer, but it still works. I'm using that with a diffuser. This diffuser really makes a big difference for curly hair. If you really want that bounce and bigness and defined curls, this is the key for us, because when you use this, it will just blow through the hair and almost kind of section it for you in places that you don't want to have. So when you go ahead and put this on, it has a rounded heat that you just section your hair the way that you want it to be. I also put my hair down and I also go like that. That really helps to get that fluffy volume going for your hair. Again, this is serum number 3 from Bedhead, and my shampoo and conditioner is Pureology. Works really well for curly hair because it is so dry. We definitely need to give it a little bit more of a care to our hair. I am back with dry hair. It takes a couple of hours for my hair to dry, but once it does, this is what it looks like. So this is air dried hair. I did not use a blow dryer or anything like that. So what I like to do after it's dried is to just crunch some of the places that I would like a little bit more volume. Not too much, especially if I take a shower at evening time and it dries. Because I sleep on it, then it kind of has the same crunching effect like I'm doing right now with it, just to kind of let loose those curls that have been sealed in the serum, so to say. So if I'm doing this evening time like it is right now, I do very little, if anything. I'm probably just doing it for the video for you guys, but usually I don't even do any of this stuff. I don't crunch it to open the seal, so to say, to the curls, because by me sleeping on it, it will already do that by the morning. But if it's in the morning, then I certainly go ahead and just crunch the little areas just to open the seal that the serum has created. And especially in the middle here, I just put my hand in the middle and I make sure that from the back, I just give it a tiny bit of a volume, and as you can tell already, it is very big. So I don't need to do that very much because my hair, by a little bit of it getting into the roots, it will do that. Especially because now I have longer layers, so I don't want to do. I do a little bit. I don't want to do it too much. So this is good enough for tonight for me. But if you see that some places are more flat than others, then go from the section underneath. Put your hands underneath and then go back and forth a little bit and create that little volume. It's as if you're teasing it, so to say. Then the little area will come up, but if you do it from the top, then it will frizz out this area. My hair is still a little bit wet, so when it's wet, you don't want to touch it at all because it will frizz up. But when it is dry, you can go ahead and do that motion it's kind of a teasing motion that you do with your hands, and it will let out that seal that the serum has created, and that volume and poofiness will come to life. But for tonight, for me, I think this is good enough. It creates these really cute ringlets, so to say, and that's what you want for your hair. And top portion of it, in the back of it, you can kind of see it's all nice and layered. I hope this has been helpful to all you curly-headed beauties out there. If you have any questions, let me know and I will try to answer them as best as I can. Thank you so much for watching and have a great night.